Hello friends, today we are going to discuss GST implications on liaison office. Recently, Maharashtra AR has given a ruling in the matter of Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industries, wherein they have held that the liaison office is required to take GST registration and pay applicable GST. इससे पहले भी there have been multiple GST AR rulings on the subject wherein it has been consistently held that liaison office is not a separate entity and there is no requirement to obtain registration or pay GST. So हम आज की डिस्कशन में देखेंगे कि लाइजन ऑफिस होता क्या है, कौन कौन सी AR की रूलिंग्स थी पहले, कैसे महाराष्ट्र AR ने डिफरेंशिएट किया है इस पर्टिकुलर केस को फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस रूलिंग्स एंड व्हाट इज द पोजीशन ऑफ लॉ गोइंग फॉरवर्ड. सो व्हाट इज लाइजन ऑफिस? लाइजन ऑफिस एक इंडिया में एंट्री का तरीका है. सो एज पर फॉरेन एक्सचेंज प्रोविजंस, a foreign entity can establish a place of business in India in 4 modes. First, it can be liaison office. Second, it can be project office. Third, it can be branch office. And in fourth, it is a wholly owned subsidiary structure or a joint venture. So, liaison office generally foreign company क्यों prefer करती हैं कि beginning में it want to see what kind of environment is there, how things operate in India. एक first hand experience लेने के लिए liaison office की approval foreign companies मांगती हैं RBI से. और आरबीआई जब ये अप्रूवल देती है तो उसके अंदर कुछ स्टैंडर्ड कंडीशंस डलती हैं बिकॉज लाइजन ऑफिस इज नॉट ए नॉर्मल थिंग, इट इज ओनली मेंट फॉर ए स्पेसिफिक पर्पज ओनली. इट कांट डू बियॉन्ड दैट. सो फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज इट कांट डू एनी कमर्शियल एक्टिविटीज इन इंडिया. द सेकंड कंडीशन इज इट कांट जनरेट एनी रेवेन्यूज इन इंडिया. थर्ड कंडीशन इट कांट बाय इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टीज इन इंडिया. फोर्थ, इट कांट गिव और टेक लोन्स इन इंडिया. So what it can do? It can only act as a communication channel between the parent entity and Indian buyer or suppliers. It can't do anything beyond that. So this is the whole concept of liaison office. So before this Maharashtra AAR ruling in the case of Dubai Chambers, there have been 4 rulings by different state ARs, and they all have held that the receipts of liaison office from its head office are not liable for GST and there is no requirement to obtain GST registration. और इसका रीज़न जो उन्होंने दिया वो बेसिकली ये था कि जो लाइजन ऑफिस है इट डज नॉट हैव ए सेपरेट लीगल एग्जिस्टेंस. इट इज़ नॉट ए सेपरेट लीगल एंटिटी पर से. इट इज़ जस्ट ए जियोग्राफिकल एक्सटेंशन ऑफ इट्स पेरेंट एंटिटी इन इंडिया. सेकेंड, as per RBI terms and conditions, it can't do any commercial activity, it can't generate any revenues, and all its costs are need to be met from the receipts received from head office only. So it is not doing any activity, and since it is not a separate legal entity, the condition for distinct person under GST laws is not satisfied, and one cannot really give service to itself. So all these AR rulings have held that it is not a distinct person and these receipts are not subject to GST. जो महाराष्ट्र AR की ruling है in the case of Dubai Chambers, we need to understand why they have given a contradictory ruling, why they have not followed suit with the past AR rulings, how they have differentiated with the earlier AR rulings. तो इसमें 3-4 peculiar facts निकल के आए हैं. उसमें जो फर्स्ट फैक्ट है वो है इसका जो मेन ऑब्जेक्ट है इंडियन लाइजन ऑफिस का, दैट इज टू कनेक्ट इंडियन बिजनेसेस विद बिजनेसेस इन दुबई एंड वाइस वर्सा. इसको एआर ने इंटरप्रेट किया है एज इंटरमीडियरी सर्विसेज बिकॉज इट इज फैसिलिटेटिंग टू पार्टीज टू कनेक्ट टुगेदर. इट इज एक्टिंग एज ए ब्रिज. It is not acting as a communication channel between the head office. It is doing more than that. It is providing services to 2 parties to connect them. So it has been treated as intermediary services by AR. The second fact which has come is charging of profit, because as per the financial statements, there are receipts more than the costs. So there is a surplus amount lying in the financials. So AR has interpreted that as a profit making activity. And the third fact which has come to the notice is in the website of parent entity there is a mention of certain specific fees and charges from various businesses for providing certain services. So all these facts combined has given a reason to the AR to give a different ruling and not follow the previous rulings, because this case has certain specific facts which got the consideration of AR and they have given this ruling and said yes, registration requirement is there and GST is also applicable on the receipt from head office. In my humble view, this contradictory Maharashtra ruling in Dubai Chambers would not have any adverse effect on the taxability of liaison offices because the essence of the matter remains the same. Liaison office do not have a separate legal existence. It is not a separate legal entity. It is just an extension of its head office, and Considering all these facts, the taxability would remain same. There won't be any requirement of registration or paying any GST. This ruling of Dubai Chambers is specific to the facts as stated by Maharashtra AR, and it would not have any general applicability on all the liaison office. So what we need to see is whether the liaison office is indeed acting as a communication channel for the head office in identification of prospective buyers and suppliers, and it is not doing any activity more than that. In case that is the case, there won't be any taxation issue in liaison offices. Thank you for watching this video. I would love to receive your feedback and suggestions for further videos. Please subscribe my channel to stay connected for more knowledge videos. Thank you.